Aries, welcome. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. It's Aries placement, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It is a general reading. Let's see what we have for you this week, Aries. A little bird outside the window. Fly. I don't know if you can hear any of those things, but quite a busy day out there. I had to have the window open because it's gotten just a little too warm. Otherwise, hopefully that noise won't be distracting. Somebody working on their lawn in the background. Let's see. Aries, you have the Two of Swords, the Moon, Eight of Pentacles, and the Magician in the reverse. Quite getting this camera to focus. Let's see. It's a little bit better. Two of Swords is telling me that you've got some decisions that are not necessarily simple, and you really need to focus your attention on a finite set of factors, variables, points of consideration in order to make a choice. There's like an overwhelm feeling of like information overwhelm that could easily lead to emotional overwhelm, because the choice needs to be made and you're getting lost in tangents and sidebars and stray paths off to the edges of the main issue. So you really need to narrow your focus so that you can make a choice that needs to be made. And you need to accept that there is going to be a set of things you don't know, hidden information. The Moon telling us it's a little hard to see the clear path forward right now for you, Aries, and there's a bit of a conflict in you between your wild, striving spirit and the more domesticated part of you that likes things to be predictable and comfortable. It's making your decision difficult that you don't know certain things, but there's no way for you to know them. And if you wait until you can find the information that is missing, time's going to go by and you're going to be unhappy. So whatever situation you're in now, it's not making you happy, and the longer it goes on, the more painful it's going to become. So even though there's a discomfort in making a choice without all of the information you'd like to have, the feeling right now is very strong that you need to make this choice. So get out pencil and paper, narrow it down to the 5 or 6 key factors you need to consider in order to make a choice. Ignore the rest of it for now and just focus on those 5 or 6 variables and figure out what to do. Because the longer you sit in this indecision, the more difficult it will become for you to make that choice. Excuse me. Oh, my nose. Okay. 8 of Pentacles coming in as a great energy. It shows that you're starting to see results from your efforts. I get the sense that this is sort of professionally, work-wise. Maybe it's a side project that you're doing, but there's something that you're creating and you're starting to see that there's a market for it, and that makes you happy. For those of you not in the workplace, this is something that you have started doing recently as a hobby, creating something, sharing it with others. And you can see that people really like what you create, and it brings them joy, and it brings you joy. And this Magician in reverse is telling me that you're feeling a little stuck. So there's this pool of fantastic energy here I can feel for you, and it wants to come out and it wants to be experienced in a positive way, a very positive way in your life. But you're stuck in some indecision and you're not manifesting like you could. It almost feels like like an Eight of Swords energy, like a holding yourself back. Like you know that you're capable and you know that you can create these great things. You know people enjoy what you create. But you're having a lot of difficulty moving forward. Something is feeling like there's mud and you're stuck in this mud and you can't quite move forward yet. So I think it has, in a mirror way, something to do with making this choice, the one that's overwhelming you right now. Trying to narrow your focus, like I say earlier, to just a few variables so that you can make a choice, accepting that you can't know everything before the choice is made. I think that's really going to help you turn this magician right side up again. I think that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, Aries. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. We'll see you next week. Blessings.